Welcome to Songwriter Trysts. This is an intimate podcast that is connecting songwriters from all over the world. I'm singer-songwriter Rae Leigh. Music saved my life, and I love talking with other artists about the power of songwriting and their journey to where they are today. This is a safe space to share stories, lessons, and emotions, all the great things that build an amazing song. Please support the podcast by subscribing, or you can buy us a coffee, all through the website songwritertrysts.com. Welcome to a Songwriter Tryst. I have Markus Illko, and I actually previously in this, anyone who's listened to this podcast before, I would like to get you as the artist to introduce yourself, tell us who you are, where you come from. However, I thought it could be fun to see what ChatGPT says about you. if you're interested, just because I'm like, I want to know how accurate it is.
So,
should we try it? Okay, so this is time up.
That's the best. Oh my God, that's the best idea.
So 2 seconds ago, and if something comes up that honestly it's a bit vague, as ChatGPT can do, but I want you to tell me why it says
as long as my address is not in there, I'm okay.
I know your privacy is safe, but just not your name. Okay, so Markus Illko is a boundary-pushing musical composer whose work blends cinematic storytelling with a deeply emotive and modern sound. Originally from Europe, specifically Europe, but it's a very big place to come from. We want to narrow down that. Okay, Markus has built a reputation for crafting immersive compositions that move seamlessly between classical influence and contemporary production, creating music that feels both timeless and fresh. Why would it say you're fresh?
So far, it could be for everyone. Yeah,
I feel like it could be. Beyond his compositions, Markus is known for his meticulous approach to sound design and his ability to evoke powerful emotion without a single word. A skill that made his work resonate across film, media, and independent creative projects. There you go. Yeah. That's what ChatGPT says.
That was it?
That was the short. I said, give me a short bio intro. And I was like, I wonder if there's anything in there that I don't know, but I wanted to know what your reaction to that is, and what.
Well, I think it's so vague.
Yeah. Because
there's no real information in there. How boundary pushing. He didn't mention anything about my weird accent, though. Well, it was just great. You know?
Yeah. Maybe have you done a lot of radio interviews where they would have recorded it and put it online?
I guess not so many.
First
maybe, yeah. Well, yeah, that was that was interesting. That was a different approach.
Give us your version. What's your version of who you are and where you come from?
I come from Austria originally. Live in the US already for 13, 14 years, and I just love to make music. That's the short
really
thing,
short version.
The really short thing, but I think it all boils down to that thing. As I spent the last 20 years figuring out how to approach music and what to think about it, and boiled it at the end down to the one thing, that music is the most important for me. But that said, I studied originally classic guitar, then flamenco, and then jazz in Europe. I lived in Spain for a while, lived in Asia for a while, played concerts there. I did then music for movies as well in the US. So I worked on some blockbusters.
You have to tell us which ones. Don't be vague. Come on.
Like Monkey King. Monkey King, for example, was its Chinese thing. Mm-hmm. Then some Tyler Perry movies. I did the music for Olympic Games, Lamborghini for the Emmy Awards.
Wow.
Yeah, some stuff like that.
Some fun stuff.
And then I compose a lot, and then I play guitar a lot as well. So I'm a guitar player. And then I have a group as well, String Revolution, playing concerts all over the place with the String Revolution, also solo. We play with Tommy and Man.
We're going to get into all of that, I'm sure.
Yeah, all of the stuff. I guess that boils it down somehow a little bit, yeah.
It boils it down to someone who lives and breathes music and guitar and has been doing it for quite a lot of time in a lot of different areas. But the composition and the songwriting without words, which I felt like was the one specific thing in that ChatGPT intro that was like, yeah, okay, I get that. But you've got a new single out Milo's house.
That's right.
Which the video is really cool as well, by the way. I love how they do the light and the dark, just flicking between the two and stuff. So the video content you put out is really simple but powerful. But you do emote a lot of emotional expression through your instrument. To be able to do that without, if someone listened to me playing guitar, it's most of the time it's 4 chords on repeat, and it would get very boring if I wasn't singing my lyrics over it. For me, like that's to be able to do what you do.
It's together, right? So it's the thing together. That's what it needs. Yeah. And if you play guitar and just one guitar, then it just needs a lot of different things. Because if I would not sing, then since I sing as well, but on this specifically one, I don't sing, but it needs a little bit more happening. Otherwise you fall asleep. And I'm the first one who's always falling asleep with those things. So I just need to play in a way it makes sense and it's fun for me. So to play the bass part, high part, the middle part.
So is there actually any layering in that song, Milo's House? Because I could see, because the video shows your fingers playing, which shows off your incredible talent and precision. But I could see that you were playing the bass part. Is actually just that's how it sounds when you play the guitar one take, exactly. Or is it layered? Yes.
No, it's nothing layered. No.
Because if I wasn't seeing you play guitar visually, I would have just assumed that there was layering.
Yeah, no, they're different
because it's
parts.
Too good.
It's just Oh, appreciate that.
It's too good to like. I don't believe. I have to see it live. I don't believe that's actually you playing. It's probably AI, but.
It's probably it's AI. Yeah, it's just one of those things. No, I appreciate it, sweet. But yeah, you have the bass part, you have the middle part, you have the melody, you have some extra licks in there, you have the percussion part. So the different parts you have, and then I play together. And then, of course, the bass. I have plug-in and then the pedal on it, which you sub the bass, so it sounds even lower when I play it with my regular basses, the bass notes, and so you get that lower feeling. I have some effect on the slap as well. Just I was able to slap is an interesting thing actually, because I do that for such a long time, right? So what I did, you automatically runs through a different channel, the guitar a second time, which is EQ'd. And this EQ only has goes for specific frequencies, which exactly highlights the slap.
Yeah. Yeah, because it sounds a bit like a drum snare, like the tap the side of a drum snare.
Then I have a short delay and a reverb running simultaneously. It's all happening at the same time. But it's just played at the same time. Yeah. It's just like the two cables coming out, guitar one, and then split up, and then this is how you get the sound.
And that sounds like the technical side of things. Tell us about the reason and passion behind the project, Milo's House.
I became a dad about 14 months ago. Milo.
Oh, it's Milo. In Australia, we would say Milo because that's one of Australians' favourite drinks.
Everyone would say his name is Milo Nova.
Okay.
My last name is Illko.
Okay.
So you have to come up with a name which works with my last name, and I didn't want him to suffer for his entire life, so we came up with that Milo.
That's a big responsibility as a parent, by the way.
And we also speak in 3 languages, so which is a little bit tricky to make it work in every language, the name. So it was a puzzle, I have to say.
What languages are you speaking?
I speak German.
Oh, okay.
And then we speak Spanish.
Okay.
And then English, since we live in Los Angeles. And we constantly do that. So the name needed to work. But Milo's House, because when my son was born, it automatically became, first of all, his house, because there was almost nothing of my stuff left. There was always just diapers left. And let's just say, maybe one thing, it was a very rough start for us to doing this whole thing. So it was not an easy start into this whole experience. And I don't want to go in detail necessarily.
New parenting, though. I don't. Just so you know, I don't think anyone's ever going to say becoming a new parent was easy, unless they have a whole bunch of nannies or something. Oh, so during the labour. And
she couldn't walk for a year now.
Oh my goodness!
So the nerve was completely damaged, so she couldn't walk. She was in a wheelchair.
And she's okay now. She's recovering.
It's the nerves. They're getting better. She can't run. Still not. Yeah. But she can walk now. That's the better part.
So a whole bunch of new challenges that even a normal new parent would not understand. Yeah.
So it was extremely, since the birth took actually like 4 days.
Yeah. Wow.
That experience. So it was so big that almost I lost both almost in a way. So it was really emotionally and things. It was a very tricky thing. But that's not the thing why I wrote it. It's actually more focused on the positive stuff, which is, of course, after it's just life. Bad stuff happens and then you have good stuff happening. And that's where our life is all about. And then you can focus on the good thing. And the song and the piece, Milo's House, is just the positive. It's just really highlights a little bit what I went through and all the uplifting moments I'm experiencing right now.
Yeah. So things are on the up. You've released a single and it's dedicated to your beautiful child. And I think that's beautiful. And children will change your world no matter who you are. But obviously you've had some extra challenges and traumatic events and you seem so level-headed. I'm going to blame that on the music. Thank you for music. It keeps us grounded, doesn't it?
I hope so. Yeah. Trying. Yeah.
And you're also...
And if I'm in my clouds, I have my partner who's bringing me back again.
That's good. We need those grounding people in our lives, especially when we're off with the fairies all the time as creatives. Tell me about where music began for you. So who was your inspiration? Why did you pick up a guitar?
That's a good question. I like that. I like it very much. It started for me very early. I was singing my entire life. Since I remember, I was singing at a dentist. My dentist was while they were doing all this stuff. I still remember that. That was my relaxing thing.
Yeah.
I was singing in we were living in a skyscraper and we were singing all over the entire house where people said, can this kid stop singing sometime? Because it's fucking annoying. And every time I know that it's you because you're everywhere, like singing in elementary school. I couldn't stop. I was just always drawn to the thing. And I enjoyed everything with sounds. Back in the days, I remember I was like 8, 9 years old and was just sitting in the wood and listening to the birds and to the sound of water. And I was trying to figure out patterns and the sound of water. I was just a weird kid in that context.
I was also a weird kid.
So that's a good thing then, yeah.
Yeah. My school reports had she sings too much in class, like in maths and science. Like it was a constant complaint, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was my problem. It went up to high school when my English teacher was telling my guitar teacher he should stop playing guitar and study a little bit. But for me, it worked out. I got into university when I was 16. So during high school, and I finished when I was 20. It was, So
you were very self-focused and it worked and you've made it work.
Yeah, I was just driven by things. I just really wanted to be the best in what I'm doing, which nowadays there's no best per se. And my focus is a little bit more on the music instead of just the guitar technique. But that's just all I did. I was 10 hours a day. I was just practicing like a crazy person.
Your family was supportive. They were musical as well. Were they singing with you?
Yeah, maybe not that much, but my granddad used to play violin and I never really heard him play. He actually wanted to show me how to play the violin, but he started with a C major scale or something crazy like that instead of open strings. I was a little kid with 6 years and that didn't work out well. Yeah, not so interested in that. But
that's funny.
Yeah, that was my whole start.
And what brought you to the States 13, 14 years ago? That was quite a big move for migration.
Just bad luck.
Bad luck.
A lot of bad. No, just kidding. Just kidding. It's just a lot of.
I don't know. I'm
took the wrong plane. I wanted to go to Australia.
That would have been smarter.
They said, "Hey, there's a beach and water." I said, "Let's go there." I said, "Must be Australia." I said, "Nope, LA." Messed up.
A little bit more pollution.
As a matter of fact, I'm just maybe a little bit kidding, but not that much. I was considering going to Melbourne this time because I have family in Melbourne. And I love surfing. Not that I'm doing it that much right now, but more sailing. But I was like, I need to be somewhere where I can be at the beach. I just love that, everything around it. And so I was like, okay, is it Los Angeles or Melbourne? And then somehow got some offers here that I come here. I was like, okay, so then I started in film music here. Well, like heavily in film music, where I worked on a lot of different projects as assistant, and
So the opportunity was there.
Yeah, I think it just made sense for me.
Absolutely. And then when did you join the String Revolution? When was that conception?
String Revolution, it was like, there was one person, Janet, who initiated somehow, but she wanted to get together, and I had a friend who met her, and I was at the very beginning, so it was the first time where we rehearsed together.
Okay.
It was a different formation. There were other people there. There were 4 people, and then after a while we switched, and then it was just 3 of us. So I had someone else going, but it was already 2014, I think.
Okay.
2006, 14, so long time ago.
So 2014, you start the String Revolution. It's Janet Robin, isn't it? And Robert Louis?
Robert Louis.
Robert Louis.
That's right.
This is my Australian accent, everyone.
Robert Louis. Robert. Milo. I love it.
Just saying, you would have loved your accent, like your nickname in Australia, because my brother's Mark, and you actually look like, when we first met, I think I said, oh my gosh, you look exactly like my brother Mark.
Yeah,
it would have been Illko.
It must be an incredible, handsome person. Maybe.
Everyone says he looks like me, so I don't know. But yeah, everyone's like Robbo or Marco, or in Australia, that's like your nickname. So you probably would have been either Marco or Illko. It would have.
A lot of people say Illko here as well. Illko.
Yeah. Anyway, in 2024, I'm just going to say you were the Grammy winner for Best Arrangement Instrumental and a cappella. And that was with the String Revolution Band. 10 years after conception, tell me about the process for that. How long have you been a part of the Recording Academy? Was that just something that someone else was driving, or was that a part of a group's activity? To work in manual as well, and
to become a Grammy member? Or
no, I'm just talking about, because you just said you started in 2014.
2014, yeah.
Yes, and then 10 years later, you guys were on stage winning a Grammy.
Yeah.
With Tommy Emmanuel. Was I right in saying that you produced at Johnny Carter Cash's studios? He was the producer?
That's right, yeah.
Right, so you have an incredible group and project, and obviously went on to win. Was that a 10-year process? Was that the idea and goal from the beginning, or was that an opportunity that just came up? Tell us about that project.
That we started the project. When you come up with things, when you come up with songs, at that point, sometimes, especially as an instrumentalist, it's just interesting to do covers, and especially something people know as well. But it's boring to do covers the regular way, so we just will completely. It's just more interesting if you could change it completely. But at the same time, when you start a cover, and this was specifically a cover, we just wanted to do something which needed to be a little bit close to original as well. So we were just thinking about what should we do, different things, and then we had a moment, an idea to maybe do a Johnny Cash song. And Janet happened to know his son, John Carter Cash. And so we were like, okay, maybe should we do this? And so we made an arrangement, and our arrangements are always all over the place, meaning we have different intro, a second intro. We change the harmonies a little bit, but not too much. You have to know how much you change of a song, so it's still a song, but still interesting. And I'm always getting bored quickly, also with my own stuff. So I need to make it interesting enough for me, because I hate to play boring stuff. Since we're not arranging, we are also players. So we need to be on stage with that stuff. So it needs to work, and I need to feel comfortable. So whatever I do, it just comes naturally somehow. So that was the part. And then we did an arrangement, and we reached out to John Carter Cash, and he said, hell no, fuck off. No, I'm just kidding.
I was going to say, you had to sweeten the pot.
No. But I love your reaction. I'm sorry. I'm joking around too much.
You got me. That's good.
No, but he said, yeah, no, absolutely, pass by. So we went there, and the recording process was actually super fun. And we were also lucky that we texted Tommy Emmanuel, actually for our management, and he was interested to pass by and to do that as well with us. And so it was for us a fantastic moment.
Yeah, amazing.
So he came, and the people was away, obviously it's Tommy. And then the whole recording process was incredible, because at one moment, you have to imagine you sit there in Johnny Cash's own recording studio in the backyard, like in his cabin. It's not just some studio, it was his studio. And you have his son next to you. You have everywhere those pictures from Johnny Cash. And he's not someone who is a person who's smiling a lot. So you have all those like grim,
glaring down on you.
Looking like, hey, don't mess that up, guy. With everything was an incredible experience. And then we were also lucky because he said at one moment he opened the safe and I was able to get Johnny Cash's original guitar in my hands. So I took that, recorded with that. We had an electric guitar as well. So it was a fantastic experience.
Yeah.
And then with the Grammy, you submit it and hope for the best, and you got a lot of good feedback. And somehow we got a nomination, which was very surprising for me. I didn't expect anything. I was actually camping on an island.
Oh, wow.
And I got the call while I was camping, actually from Paul McCartney's sister. She actually called me up.
Wow.
And said she's actually, I think, half sister. Or I think, it's a little bit complicated. But she called me and said, Markus, you guys got a Grammy nomination. I said, what?
Wow.
I said, you're kidding me.
Yeah.
Because I like what I'm doing, but I'm not so full of myself that I always think I would win something like that. I almost never won something. So then we got the nomination, and I was already like hit cloud 7. I was like, that I never even thought of that. There would be a possibility. And so that was already something very special. And then, but at the same time, I was like, okay, we were nominated against the Rolling Stones, against the movie Oppenheimer, and 2 other incredible tracks. So it's like,
some humbling moments right there.
Even my wife was sometimes say, your song is good, but I'm not sure about that. Okay, I'm just going in for the ride. So we were there, and then I wasn't expecting anything again.
Yep.
And then we won. So I think it just me not expecting anything made it very special.
Yeah.
And a lot of gratitude towards that it got recognized as something. And we put a lot of heart in it. That's some, especially for arrangement, I think it made sense and validated it, which is nice to have that sometimes. Yeah.
It's also just magic to see what happens when you get a whole bunch of really passionate and talented, dedicated, hardworking people in a room on a project.
Yeah, I hope it happens sometimes to me.
Yes, it happens. That's all I ever want to do, really. I love doing what I do, but it's even better when you're doing it with other people who get it.
No, it's really a lot of fun. Yeah. It's more about the passion behind it, I think. Talent is an interesting word, which I don't believe that much in talent. I believe in hard work more than that, and just having fun. If those things are put together, then it just makes you make it work. Yeah,
absolutely. I completely agree with you. I would like to ask you just 2 more questions. The first one is around advice. Obviously, you've been in the industry for a while. You've traveled all over the world. You've done quite a few different things. If you were to go back in time and talk to yourself when you were younger, or even thinking about Milo and when they're, 16 or whatever, some advice to someone younger who's just starting out, what would it be? What do you wish you had have known earlier that you go, oh, yes, this is definite truth about who I am and what's going on?
The one absolute truth is stay true to yourself. Stay true. Don't try to be someone else. Don't try to copy. It's good to copy to get better for things, but find your voice, which is a very difficult part sometimes. Some are lucky that they have their own voice and found their own style and make it their own. And sometimes also think out of the box. You don't have to sound like Beyoncé, like Taylor Swift. Try to look at Billie Eilish. She's super, super talented. But the way how she sang and recorded stuff was not something people would have done at the time.
Yeah.
It's just very, there was not,
grassroots.
It didn't happen. It for sure happened, but there weren't so many people. So whenever I see someone suddenly popping up, they're somehow unique. And just find your own voice and have fun doing it, because music business can be a tough business.
Yes, you got to have fun. Otherwise, don't bother. Tell me about, last question, You've already worked and named some incredible people and had some incredible experiences. Is there someone that inspires you so much, or someone that you would either like to work with now, or dead or alive, someone that you wish you could collaborate with?
There are lots of people. It's incredible how many people. But one person I worked with, which was incredible, was Tom Emanuel. I love working with him. I would love to work with this young dude. What's his name? I always want to say it was something with C. I forgot it now. It's just like this. Yeah, I'll remember in a second. He's an incredible arranger and very well known for his arrangement style. So I'd love to work with him.
You're not trying to say Charlie Puth, are you? Nope. Okay.
Nope.
No, you're talking about it. I'm trying to think of C.
But also with his C.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. It's super late. I'm already great.
No, I know you've had a long day.
Yeah. So what's his name? Jacob Collier.
Okay.
So I was thinking about it. I enjoy his stuff, his way of thinking.
Okay.
So this is something from nowadays. Otherwise, I'm Austrian.
Yeah.
So I would have loved to work with Mozart, obviously, as cliche as it sounds, but I used to read his letters when I was a kid. So which is
that's so normal, by the way.
Is it? Yeah, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's
okay.
No, I mean, I don't know. But I was like maybe 15 when I started to read those things. And I think he was a fun dude who really enjoyed life a lot.
Yeah.
Had a lot of issues as well, but he for sure enjoyed life.
Amazing.
So
yeah.
I would have loved to. And again, it's a little bit cliche here, but since I'm Austrian and I lived that culture and I went to his house where he had his apartment, and every time I'm in Austria, I'm just walking in there. I'm not just to stand in there a little bit and breathe in that reality of where I am.
Yeah.
And this time, because Mozart didn't know that he would become that superstar. Nope. How could he? He was just going to the restroom like all of us. He was doing the same thing. He had the same issues. He had to have some money as well. He had, as a matter of fact, a lot of money problems. So he probably didn't feel that well in many moments. So why I say that is just sometimes we think of us too little, and the possibilities we have or the possibilities that are out there, it's sometimes very difficult, but you need to believe in what you do and just keep doing it.
Yeah.
And nowadays we work with more people just to have more energy stuff. And however crazy that is, just go for it.
Very inspirational. Thank you so much for sharing. I guess this is just the last little promo bit where I'll tell people that obviously you're at your guitar academy that you have in LA. Do you want to tell everyone about where you are and what you do as far as how they can contact you, why they would contact you, what services you offer?
Sure. Yeah. So I opened actually a guitar academy here in Los Angeles. It's called Lost Note Guitar Academy. I hope someone finds the note, the lost one. And it's based close to Santa Monica. And the goal is actually to help guitar players and young guitar players and instrumentalists in general just to get all the information you need to make it work. So I work with a lot of young kids as well as major artists so I'm getting contacted to be their coach, for example. Amazing. And that's all through my company here. And then we offer workshops, etc. So, but if someone is interested in classes and lessons, etc., they can just reach out. But just type in Lost Note Guitar Academy in Los Angeles, write me an email. I'm offering Zoom classes as well. And I have staff here as well who are able to do that.
Okay.
And figure out what's the best way and connect them whatever they need.
Awesome. I'll put the link to the Academy along with the new single, Milo's House. What is it? Milo's House, and all of your website and your socials, so that people can contact you, they can check out all your material, they can go and listen to your music and the String Revolution, of course, as well. But thank you so much, and I'll let you know once it's ready. Okay. Thank you.
Sounds good. And I hope to see you soon.
I hope so too. Yes. joining our Songwriter Trysts today. To join the family and keep up to date with future podcasts, you can follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. Please leave a review and subscribe. To support the podcast or contact me or our guests, please go to the website songwritertrysts.com.